Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick lesson on a situation here with a guest who's asking for both an early check-in and a late check-out. Okay, so as always, first thing we do, we look at the reservation. Okay, $24.45 or 5 night. That's $500 a night almost. That's quite good for any apartment. And here we are in March, so good. It's kind of like not fully peak season yet. I'd say full peak season begins like early to mid-April, depending on the weather. But it's mid-March, which is kind of like just moving up towards peak. So at $500 a night, that's great. 6 guests, no problem. This is Pitt Street. We know this is an apartment where our landlord lets us do it. No real risk here. Yeah, the guy looks fine. Brazilians. Okay, no worries. Okay, quite high chance of booking. So he's asking us, initially he was asking us, he was asking for a discount. And I don't really do discounts for this period of time. It's still a pretty good market this time of year, so I'm not giving discounts. So I'm not going to give a discount. He's arriving at the night before at 11:55 p.m. So he wants to basically check in. He's trying to book for the 12th, but he's flying in the night of the 11th very, very late. So what he's essentially trying to do is check in early, like a whole morning early, and basically check out at late the day he leaves, which is a lot to ask. You know, it's a lot to ask. Because normally that checking in early like that, where you have the whole morning to yourself, we would have to block that day, because that would not allow us to receive a guest that day before, because we allow our guests, obviously that morning, the whole morning is theirs. So in order to guarantee this guest that they can check in at like 2 in the morning, we need to block the night before. Not only that, he's asking to check out at 7 p.m. the later the day, which we usually would charge for that late a full day as well. We would have to block that as well. So this is kind of how the negotiation went. We said we're not doing discounts. You know, said we understand. He wants that early check-in for no cost, courtesy, and wants the late checkout you know, if we can basically give him that. And what we're saying is really, you know, what he came back with was, hey, what if we can check in early on the first day with no cost, and the second checkout is conditional on the fact that there's no reservations for the day they leave, right? Meaning we guarantee them the early check-in, but the late checkout, okay, if we can do it, we'll do it. If not, no problem. So I'm actually okay with this. For one big reason. Look at the dates here. There's a reservation which ends. There's only 1 day between these two reservations, a 1-day booking. Okay? And it's a Monday, meaning it's not a Saturday. So I honestly would probably not book this day anyway. I might book it, but either way, if we block this day, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's only blocking a day that was only a 1 day between reservations anyway. So, you know, because really what we're trying to do is get long reservations which back up right next to each other. So the perfect reservation would be for him from the 11th, instead of from the 12th to the 16th, the 11th to the 15th, because that opens up the weekend of the 15th. And it also is directly on the back of another reservation, so we're not getting any empty days. Because, you know, the more check-ins and check-outs we have, the more risk, really, because we're checking people in, checking people out. It's more work, it's more risk, it's more bags coming in and out. You know, so that's kind of the theory, is really you'd honestly rather have just 1 or 2 big reservations each month, but the reality is that to get the maximum pricing, you have to charge by the day or the week. In order to do that, you have to basically accept shorter reservations. So that's kind of pricing theory. And for this, but really for this reservation, we're going to agree to this. We're going to allow him to check in that night. We're going to block this day. And then we're going to actually say, yeah, sure, you can maybe check out, but we're actually going to probably charge him. So what I'm probably going to do is agree to these terms. Again, because it's a nice fat reservation, so we're going to agree to it. And then the day he checks out, we're not actually going to grant him that late checkout for free. We're going to make up a story that says, oh yeah, well, you know, you want to check out late, you can, but we have to push some things around, so we're going to charge you for a late fee. So it's a little bit of a hustle, a little bit of a game, but that's how we play, and that's how the game is played, and that's how you do it well. So, you know, our philosophy is maximize revenue, be a little bit ruthless if we have to, you know, but be nice to our guests, keep everyone happy. But we got to bring that money in, boys. Got to bring it in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and respond to that now. And I'll thanks.